Since we first saw it as a star-like object in the night sky, Mars has intrigued humanity. Early on, the planet's crimson color distinguished it from its gleaming siblings, each captivating in its way but none forming a ruddy arc across Earth's skies. In this video, we are going to show you everything we have seen on Mars until now. But before that, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell button to be notified whenever we publish a new video. All about Mars. The fourth planet of the Sun, Mars, comes after Earth. On average, it is more than 142 million kilometers from the Sun. Mars rotates on its axis at a slower rate than Earth. A day on Mars is thus 24.6 hours long. One revolution takes longer because Mars is further from the Sun than Earth. A year on Mars equals 687 Earth days. Mars is named after the ancient Roman god of battle, Mars. Ares was the name given to the planet by the Greeks. The Romans and Greeks linked it with war because the planet's hue is similar to blood. Mars is also nicknamed the Red Planet because iron minerals in its soil oxidize or rust, turning the soil and atmosphere red. Two minor moons are orbiting Mars. Phobos and Deimos are their names. They are called after Ares, the Greek god of war. Phobos is Greek for fear, while Deimos is Greek for panic, the red planet's appearance. Mars is very cold. The average temperature on Mars is minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit, way below freezing. Its tiny atmosphere is incapable of blocking UV radiation from space, which would eradicate any known living creature on the planet's surface. However, Mars, which is as ancient as Earth, might have been more habitable in the past. The planet's gorges and dried lake basins suggest that water previously flowed there. According to experts, there is further evidence that Mars' early atmosphere was rich in heat-trapping carbon dioxide, resulting in a greenhouse effect that warmed the surface. It has a rugged terrain with canyons, volcanoes, dried lake beds, and craters. The majority of its surface is covered with red dust. Mars, like Earth, has clouds and wind. The wind can sometimes whip the red dust into a dust storm. Small dust storms can resemble tornadoes, while huge ones can be observed from Earth. Large storms on Mars can occasionally envelop the entire planet. Mars' gravity is around 1/3 that of Earth's. A rock dropped on Mars would descend at a slower rate than a stone dropped on Earth. Because of the decreased gravity, a human weighing 100 pounds on Earth would only weigh around 38 pounds on Mars. Volcanoes, collisions, winds, crustal movement, and chemical reactions have all changed their solid surface. Mars has a thin atmosphere, mainly consisting of carbon dioxide, argon, nitrogen, and traces of oxygen and water vapor. Mars' atmosphere is considerably thinner than Earth's. The atmosphere of Mars is composed of more than 95% carbon dioxide and less than 1% oxygen. The air on Mars would be inhospitable to humans. NASA on Mars exploration program. Since the first close-up image of Mars was taken in 1965, spacecraft missions to the Red Planet have shown a world that is oddly familiar while yet being distinct enough to test scientists' understanding of what makes a planet operate. Every time scientists think they figured out Mars, new findings drive them back to the drawing board to modify their hypotheses. Mars, like Earth, possesses polar ice caps and clouds in its atmosphere, as well as seasonal weather patterns, volcanoes, canyons, and other distinguishing characteristics. However, circumstances on Mars differ significantly from those on Earth. Spacecraft have shown that Mars is stony, chilly, and dry beneath its hazy, pink sky throughout the last 3 decades. Today's Martian desolation hinted at a once volatile world when volcanoes raged. Meteorites carved vast craters, and flash floods swept over the surface. And Mars continues to fascinate us with each landing or orbital pass of their spacecraft. What is life on Mars? One discovery about Mars stands out above all others. It is possible to have water on Mars, either in its ancient past or retained in the subsurface now. Water is essential because life can be found virtually everywhere there is water on Earth. If Mars previously had or still has liquid water, it begs whether tiny life forms might have evolved on its surface. Is there any proof of life on Earth in the past? Even if Mars lacks past or present life, there is still enough to look forward to. If humans decide to visit Mars one day, we may become the life on Mars. Meanwhile, there is still much to learn about this amazing planet and its harsh ecosystems. Strategy: seek signs of life. NASA's Mars Exploration Program is now pursuing an exploration plan called Seek Signs of Life to investigate the possibility of past or contemporary life on Mars. This scientific subject symbolizes a turning point in Mars exploration. It is the result of a long-term process of discovery on Mars, based on techniques to comprehend Mars' potential as a home for past or current microbial life. Mars and Earth were considerably more comparable 3.8 to 3.5 billion years ago. Evidence from Mars missions suggests that Mars was warmer and wetter than we see today. Scientists discovered the earliest evidence of microbial life on Earth during this prehistoric period. Did Mars formerly have similar climatic conditions for life? And even if microscopic life does not exist, might Mars eventually provide a home for human explorers? Past Mars missions: 2001 Mars Odyssey, Mars Exploration Rovers, Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, Mars Phoenix Lander were planned to make findings on water. Progressive discoveries in the geologic record of past and current water evidence allow us to take the following steps toward discovering evidence of life itself. The Mars Science Laboratory mission and its companion Curiosity rover represent a move away from the notions of follow the water and toward seek signs of life. In addition to landing at a location with historical evidence of water, Curiosity is looking for organics, the chemical building blocks of life. Water and the chemistry required for life might offer livable circumstances. Future Mars missions will most likely be intended to look for signs of life in locations designated as possible past or current habitats. How is NASA exploring Mars at the present? 3 NASA spacecrafts are currently circling Mars. The spacecraft utilizes scientific equipment to collect data about Mars like its temperature, geographical characteristics, radiation levels, and mineral types. The Mars Odyssey set the record for the most extended amount of time spent orbiting a planet. It was released in October of 2001. The Curiosity rover and the InSight lander are investigating the Martian terrain on the ground. Curiosity, the biggest rover ever dispatched to another planet, has been exploring it since 2012. The InSight lander was launched in November of 2018. It investigates the planet's innards and measures Marswalks, which are similar to earthquakes on Mars. How will NASA explore Mars in the future? NASA's ultimate objective is to send humans to Mars to explore it. However, the space agency intends to deploy additional robots first. The Perseverance rover landed on February 18, 2021, carrying a tiny helicopter. Perseverance has a tool that will attempt to produce oxygen in the same way that a tree does. It will inhale part of Mars's high levels of carbon dioxide and emit oxygen. This type of equipment might aid in preparation for the first human visit to the planet. Astronauts will require oxygen for breathing as well as fuel. NASA is investigating new types of houses for astronauts to live in as it prepares to transport humans to Mars. Scientists are studying how humans living in space can produce food plants. NASA investigates astronauts on the International Space Station to learn more about how living in space affects humanity. NASA will then utilize this data to plan human missions to Mars. What do you think about everything we have seen on Mars until now? Did you gain new information while watching? Does it amaze you every time you encounter things related to this planet? Also, what are your reactions? Feel free to drop your thoughts and responses in the comments section below. And before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. See you in the next video.